and did that famous run across the stage, laid down his shirt, come up. I mean, in football we'd have had to give him a yellow card, but you know, that was a celebration. But he's up against Jay Foreman. He's one of the guys that have come off the Challenge Tour. You know, it's great to see that the PDC are giving other people chances. You know, if you can throw darts, come along, because if you're good enough, you'll earn some money and get on these stages. And Mark has got to be very careful with this guy, because winning a Challenge Tour event, you've got to be a good player, I can assure you of that.
100.
Mark from Bristol in the southwest of England, and he runs the Darts Cafe 501 with Steve Brown, and they run an academy down there trying to get youngsters involved in the game and put something back, which is nice to see. A number of players now starting academies and sponsoring young players coming through, coaching youngsters, so it's all good for the future.
140.
Yeah, and Dudbridge and Brown are very good, two level-headed players. Steve Brown has had his academies going for a long time, so yeah, a couple of guys to go on. Well, Dudbridge here for the first leg. Oh, he was going... Well, I don't know what he was doing there, but he got there in the end. You could see that Foreman was on 2-1-5. Didn't want to leave an awkward double, I think, so he just opted to set it up properly, which he's done. Double 18, but as we said so many times, Mike, double 18's a wonderful double. The double 9 isn't. Don't have to worry about the double 9, though.
So first blood then to Mark Dudbridge. The winner of this one will take on Michael Van Gerwen tomorrow afternoon in the second round. Van Gerwen, the number 1 seed. He was knocked out by Benito van der Pas, who's just seen off Ronnie Huybrecht 6-0 on stage 2.
Well, I watched that, Mike, and that was an impressive performance. Every time Ronnie Huybrecht had one dart at a double, miss. Van der Pas 78, bang, 2 darts. I mean, he was really exceptional. He played well last week, and he's been really improving on the PDC Tour, and you know, you don't want to play him at the moment. And just to bring it updated on board 2, Ryan de Vries 3-1 up against Gary Stone at the moment. Puts in the first maximum to the bellowing of Georgie Noble.
Back comes Joe with a maximum of his own. And yes, both Ryan de Vries and Benito van der Pas, 2 young Dutchmen putting in good results at the moment of late.
39.
The Dutch production line of darts players shows no sign of letting up.
60. Arguing for 170.
Well, there's a good chance here for Dudbridge. He knows that Foreman may only get 1 dart at a double, but another one of those, well, just setting it up is going to put a lot of pressure on. Oh, no, that's a bad dart. He will not be happy with that.
79.
20 for tops to level it up.
Shot in the second leg. Jay Foreman.
That's good, tidy leg that from Foreman, and we're all square.
51.
You know, you often think when Mark hit the 1, if he'd have set it up and left a double, that extra little bit of pressure on Foreman may have just made him miss that double top. But with Mark on 89, Foreman's thinking, well, I've still got the upper hand here. That little bit of extra pressure, especially in the early part of the first round, that makes so much difference.
59.
Mark did qualify for one other European Tour event this year. That was in Hildesheim, the first event of the year, as Jay looks for another ton 80. Can't quite do it, but yeah, Mark beaten by Dick Van Dyke 6-5 in the first round when we were in Germany at the start of the year.
Well, Foreman has nicked the throw off a Dudbridge here. And he's going for the 133. That's why he's going down the bottom to leave the 170. Me, I would have risked just pounding that treble 20 to get in front. 4-2 now. Ryan DeVries is up on Gary Stone on board 2. We'll keep you updated on that board as much as we can.
$140.
Yes, a slight tweak to the format just for this event, with 2 stages up and running for the first afternoon.
59.
So we can get finished in good time for everyone to watch the World Cup final on Sunday night.
We're going to have to cheer for the Germans in Germany. Otherwise, we may get pushed into a corner if we don't.
159.
Mark sets that shot up superbly, just to put a bit of pressure on this 52 from Foreman. Double 16 then to nick the throw, and does so.
Charge in the third leg, Jay Foreman. Full leg Jay to throw first.
Yes, I must admit I was hoping that the Dutch would beat Argentina, because a number of Dutch players here and Dutch supporters here in Germany as well watching the darts, and
81.
our crew on the Sound of Vision from Darts in Motion are all Dutch guys. They're still in mourning over that penalty shootout defeat, but a Dutch-Germany final here would have made things extra spicy, I think.
140.
We may have had to bring over more security.
100.
Well, Mark's now got to be careful. He's lost the throw. Foreman has nicked that throw off him. And Mark, this is where you lose the throw. You've got to get it back straight away, especially in this short format. I mean, as Jay Foreman said, he's won a challenge event, and he's got a nice little bit of, I suppose, arrogance about him. But that's
140.
arrogance is confidence in your own ability. You know, he just casually goes up, takes his darts out of the board, casually walks back. Nothing's going to rush him. Playing his own game.
40.
I like to see that sort of, well, perhaps arrogant is not the right word, but that confidence.
Yeah,
you know.
a bit of swagger.
Yes.
And it's all about channeling that, isn't it, in the right way.
100.
Well, we've seen 2 great checkouts from him. You know, the 79 clean with the third dart, and the 52 clean with the second dart. So, you know, that gives you some impression of the ability that he's got. And we'll see what he can do with this 80.
It
It was awkward with that second dart to see the double top, but double 10 then for Dudbridge, to immediately break straight back.
The flag mark to throw first. Game on.
That was a great check out from Dudbridge under pressure. To go 3-1 down. Oh, that's his second of the match. And it just shows you how quickly a game of darts can turn. If Foreman had taken that double top out, he's 3-1 up and flying. Dudbridge takes it out and kicks off with a maximum.
59.
Quite a game brewing on stage 2. It's now 4-4 between Ryan DeVries and Gary Stone.
41.
Yeah, first to 6 legs is the format. So right the way through these European dart events, up to and including the final.
Well, what Mark has done is stopped Foreman's run. You know, as I said, he looked very comfortable, looked very confident. All of a sudden, he's had a couple of haymakers slung at him, and it just put him on the back foot a bit. So this next leg, if Dudbridge can clean this one up, this next leg is going to show the character of Jay Foreman and what sort of pressure Mark Dudbridge has put on him.
And double 10 for Dudbridge. Another good tidy leg from the Bristolian.
100.
Rind of Reed 5-4 up on Gary Stone on stage 2, so needing just one leg for victory there, the Dutchman, as another chiming in for Mark Dudbridge, his third of the match.
And that's the second leg on the trot that Dudbridge has kicked off with a maximum. He really is taking the game to Foreman. Foreman, just a steady tons. You haven't frightened him. Oh, there's number 4. We had a 9-darter on the Challenge Tour last week. Oh!
125.
I think that suggests that was a wide. A little bit of excitement there, I think.
85.
Oh, what a great mega dart from Mark Dudbridge. Superb. 10 darts he's looking at. 9 darts thrown. Wants
190.
Is that score too late? It certainly is. To break the throw, Mark Dudbridge throws a superb 10-dart leg.
That was quality, an absolutely quality leg of darts from Dudbridge.
Game on.
Look at that run of scores, them last 3 legs, 14, 14, 10.
$78.
Top stuff from Dudbridge. Michael Van Gerwen awaiting the winner of this one tomorrow afternoon. The second round matches get underway tonight with 8 games, and then the remaining 8 tomorrow afternoon.
134.
Well, he really has found a rich vein of form on that treble 20 and the 19s. What do you say, Foreman?
140.
Can Dudbridge keep it up? Needs to hold his throw to go 1 leg away from a win. And as I said earlier on, it just shows you how quickly a game of darts can turn around. If Foreman hit that double top,
84.
he'd have probably gone on and beaten Dudbridge 6-2, 6-3. But we've seen a nice bit of fight from Dudbridge. It's what we're used to. We was used to that from him all the time. He was a Rockweiler or a whatever you'd like to call it, but he was always snapping at your heels, you know.
He's averaging over 103 at the moment. There you can see
105.
It's not very often you see a good average like that, but Dudbridge will be more than pleased.
100.
The first 9 average is pretty good. He would expect about 110 on that when you're playing at the top of your game, 110 plus.
60. Jayu 140.
To get himself back in the leg and the game.
Shot in the 7th leg. Jayu.
We're at a stage here, Mike. The difference between the Van Gerwens, the Taylors, the Barnvelts and the Dudbridges at the moment. Mark's had a great run of 3 legs, and we say it so often. You know, these players have 3 legs which are absolutely brilliant, but the only thing they're lacking is to keep it going and close the game out. So this leg here is where Mark has got to throw a good leg again. He's just given away his throw.
100.
Well, it's been another quality game to kick off the afternoon here in Düsseldorf. That's Jay Foreman's third 180 of the match.
96.
7 180s. That's impressive. Still over 100 averages, Dudbridge. But Foreman's coming back at him.
140.
And if you're watching us through your favourite betting site, then if you'd have bought and sold this, you'd have been sitting there saying, thank you very much, I don't care who wins now, because it's gone backwards and forwards that much.
So Foreman on for a potential 11 darter. Well, that wasn't what he wanted, so he'll look to
69.
He will be back though with Dudbridge on a bogey number of 169.
137.
Well, double six, not the easiest of doubles. If he's going to miss it, he's got to miss it on the outside. He doesn't want to split it and have to go down to them threes. Oh, he's gone straight in the middle. What a good performance to get himself back in this game. I mean, Dudbridge rolled off 3 legs, 14, 14, 11 to take the commanding lead. But Foreman's come back with 2 brilliant legs. There we have it, 2 13 darters.
140.
An impressive game of darts, Mike.
Yes, good stuff from the 2 Englishmen.
59.
Another of the UK qualifiers, Stephen Bunting, on stage next, up against Michael Hertz, one of the host nation qualifiers. I'm sure the crowd would get behind Michael like they did Martin Schindler in the first game. He played well, did young Martin, against Raymond van Barneveld. But Barney did book his place in round 2 with a 6-3 win.
100.
Confirmation of that result from stage 2. Ryan de Vrede
140.
beating Gary Stone 6-4. So Ryan de Vrede will be playing Kim Hybrex in round 2 tomorrow afternoon.
Well, he's done that to leave a 2-dart finish. Sometimes it works, sometimes I'd just rather take the risk of a treble 20 to really get down there, because he may not have a dart at a double.
55.
But Jay Foreman's not punished him for that. A 140 there may have upset the apple cart for Dudbridge, but now treble 20. Oh, now treble 19 would have left the double 18. 74, you see him say it, so that's treble 14. Going to leave him 2 darts.
You're in 147.
At a double when he returns.
Could do with a big treble here.
100.
And gets one with his last start.
You require 60.
But it's Dudbridge then, wanting 60 to go within 1 leg of booking his place in round 2. Double top and gets it. And you can see what that meant to him. Halting Jay Foreman's progress.
Yeah, that was a great dart from Dudbridge, because you don't want to miss it the first dart, and then it gets very edgy with that 1 dart left in your hand. But now Mark's on a run and should be looking now to close the game out, even against the throw. He knows he's got the throw in the last leg if it goes to the decider, but he doesn't want to go there. And there we have it, the average still over 101. This is a real good top performance from Dudbridge. And although Jay Foreman's average is not near Dudbridge's, he's still in there with a shout.
177.
So a good 177 just to turn the screw.
83% on the doubles as well, and 67 from Foreman. You won't see better than that in any game. We've got the match play coming up, starts on the 19th of this month from Blackpool. Tickets still are available. Go to the pdc.tv website. But you're not going to see 2 players up there play much better than this.
$140. I'll be 129.
So it would be a classy way to finish off the game and win the match, but he'll just look to set it up now and hope that Foreman can't take out this 141.
41.
So Dudbridge then wanting 72.
72.
for a 6-4 win and a place in round 2 against Michael Van Gerwen. He wants double top, and he gets double top.
And
That was a great game. Jay Foreman, he played his part in that, but it is Mark Dudbridge who is through to round 2. We'll take on Michael Van Gerwen, the number 1 seed, tomorrow afternoon. Coming up next, another of the German qualifiers, Michael Hertz, up against one of the UK qualifiers, the Bullet, Stephen Bunting.